This Thursday Night Football Props and Week 3 DFS edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. Bet $100 at WynnBet and get a $100 free bet. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan. Real money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. I feel like we've been crushing a lot of things this year, Sean. Not the DFS yet.
Not DFS yet, but
I have cashed both weeks. Well, week 1 might not have been a cash. Week 2 definitely a cash in the Millie Maker, but have not taken down a big boy yet, which people have asked me. I want to start the show with this. If you want to get into the big boy, aka Fight Club, that's a Link Calhoun production.
Okay.
So we're gonna make sure you want to hit him up. AKA, I'll share the link this week. But if you want to not be a pussy, Sean, you have not seen you in the Fight Club, AKA Big Boy.
I don't know where the invite is.
Oh, here we go.
Send me the
scared.
invite.
All right. So this week you'll find me, Sean, maybe some others. $109, winner take all. Sean,
let's go, baby.
Let's go.
All right, we are going to talk Thursday night props, DFS. How about those Eagles, though, Ryan? How about that commanding, dominating performance against the Minnesota Vikings? Justin, who? What happened to Justin Jefferson? I'll tell you what happened. He went up against Big Play Slay. 5 targets for Justin Jefferson against Darius Slay. Who had more catches? Darius Slay with 2, Justin Jefferson with 1. Let's go, baby.
Oh, we already did the recap show, Sean. Sorry.
No, we got to recap the Monday night action.
This isn't the time for this. I mean, I guess you're excited, right?
Yeah, why would I not be excited?
Tied for first in the division.
Yeah, and our offense looks great. Jalen Hurts now. I'll pull the latest numbers, but I think he is 3rd in the Super Bowl MVP odds, which is just
calm down. They played Kirk Cousins in prime time.
Yes,
they played. I mean, they did.
A lot of people tried to tell me that stat didn't matter.
Who told
Kirk
you that?
Cousins? He's a primetime god now. 2-10 now. Kirk Cousins is. I think he's 2-10 straight up and ATS.
Take those people off the birthday card list or the Christmas card list.
You know who's on our Christmas card list? WynnBet, baby. They're stuffing your stockings with great opportunities. I mean, if you're not betting on WynnBet already, what are you doing? Support the rocket ship, AKA SGPN. We need rocket fuel and we need your help. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. They're live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. If you're in one of those fine states or plan on going to those fine states, you know, Virginia is for lovers. It's also for people who like betting $100 and getting a $100 free bet.
Yes, sir.
Colorado, Rocky Mountains. You know what's not Rocky? Betting $100, getting a $100 free bet, or getting a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000. So much action over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. Oh, just listen to that music. Offer subject to change, terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where WynnBet is available. If you're someone you know has a gambling problem, 1-800-522-4700. Hey, also, Fubo TV. Again, if you're cutting the cord, and I recommend you do, you can get everything you need with Fubo TV, college and pro football, NFL Red Zone, games in 4K at no extra charge, and you can record all the games to your cloud-based DVR Fubo TV. You can get free 7 days and 15% off your first month. All you got to do is go to FuboTV.com/SGP. That's FuboTV.com/SGP. And of course, Odds Trader. That's right. Odds Trader, your one-stop shop when it comes to getting the best codes, the best promos, game day, weather information, injury reports, key game stats, player stats. Really your one-stop shop. oddstrader.com/Blue Wire. That's ODDStrader.com/Blue Wire. Odds Trader, the #1 site for all your game day bets. All right, Ryan, what's the plan? We're going to give out three prop bets for Thursday Night Football, including our first touchdown bets as well, which we hit another one.
Do you have
with
any
Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown?
Do you have any processional like trumpet music for the king?
Yes, right. King Kramer came through once again. All hail the king.
Although I guess obviously a system play here with Jalen Hurts, a little bit of the chalk, but still a win.
9-1, right?
Win is a win is a win. I mean, I think once you get past, we were playing Allen at like 750, 8-1. It gets a little silly then. But yeah, we should do a couple props. I don't know if you have a DGen bet lined up and ready to go. Kind of, I was in the kitchen, whipped up a little extra for
cooking it up,
something for the Kramer gang.
All right, so yeah, let's give out our 3-player props and first touchdowns for Thursday Night Football, and of course, sleeper.com/SGP. Get in on these over unders and the 100% deposit match. Get in on your mobile phone. You can easily just copy our plays, or again, fade your plays and give out your own winners. Tag us. I'm always looking for more winners.
Let's go.
First player prop. Give me Mitch Trubisky under 206.5 passing yards. This game between the Steelers and the Browns looks to be pretty ugly, Ryan.
Well, I think if you just look at his numbers, it would indicate to me that it might be difficult for him to get there regardless. I actually, similar play, different way to play it. I took the completions under. I rather, even though he's gotten over 20.5 completions both games, I like this to be a game where they know they can't put it in Mitch's hands.
Yeah.
If anything, he may run a little bit more. So you took the yardage under. I'm taking the completions under.
Okay.
Give me under 20.5.
I mean, I think there's
Thursday night.
Is there
on
a
the
chance
road,
we see Kenny Pickett?
I think there's a chance we see Mason Rudolph.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think they're protecting the rookie.
Yeah.
I think they have a plan, and they're the Steelers. They don't freak out. They don't overreact. I think we may see Mason Rudolph though, who, by the way, last he's had some incidents versus Cleveland, if you remember.
Oh yeah.
When Myles Garrett was trying to put his helmet back on.
He was assaulted. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
So
going back to the scene of the crime, Mason.
It could happen.
It could happen
if Mitch is bad enough. I think Mitch will. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a work in progress, new offense for Mitch. So we should expect him to continue to improve. But yeah, he's looked pretty bad so far.
Yeah, I mean, they're not helping him with the offensive line, but yeah.
All right, who's your second prop?
Second prop is Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Oh.
I'm taking over 2.5 catches. The offense was looking pretty good week 1 for decent stretches against the Panthers. He had 11 targets, 6 catches, only 1 target, 0 receptions last week. I think this is a bounce back game for Donovan Peoples-Jones, and 3 catches is pretty low from a guy. That should only, 3 catches. He's the second receiver. Also, Ryan, you pointed out, I missed this on our film study, but Amari Cooper making a business decision on the onside kick, right?
He certainly could have worked a little harder. It wasn't quite Cam Newton Super Bowl level of business decision.
Oh my God.
But Amari
not picking up the fumble.
Amari Cooper, I imagine, is on the hands team for a reason. And he didn't appear to want to activate that reason, which is his hands. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, certainly we saw Peoples-Jones week 1. We saw Cooper week 2. I always like playing the zigzag. Sticking with that though, Brissett, I like him to go over 11.5 rushing yards. Was way off on my Tannehill take. I think this is how I play the game. If I'm
Jacoby
Steelers,
Brissett did seem like he was a little bit more willing to run.
Well, I think you look at last game, and I should have this in front of me. I'll pull it up as I'm talking. But you look at a guy who he's going to get moved off his spot because they're going to load the box. They're going to put pressure on him and say, beat us. And I think if he, you look at game 1, 4 rushes, 10 yards, game 2, 6 rushes, 43 yards. I think there's going to be some opportunities against this Steelers defense where they're stuck in man and they're sending a little bit of heat against him to try to make him beat them. And I think if you're Brissett, of course you run. You're trying to win games. You don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not even
playing for your football life.
You're not even playing for a contract, really. You're just playing for the hearts of Cleveland
to survive.
And so, do I like Brissett so far? Has he played well? Yeah. Should they have beaten Joe Flacco and the Jets? Probably. But yeah, overall.
Well, and rewatching that game, I mean, lost in the shuffle, I feel like, is that Jacoby Brissett was really close to getting them into field goal range and having a chance to win that game. And that interception he threw at the end, probably he doesn't catch enough shit for that. That was a horrible.
Say it. I mean, for the second straight week, it would have been a last second drive to kick a field goal and win a game. And so.
And they got a good kicker.
What's going to be fucking hilarious, Sean, is when Deshaun Watson comes back and the team gets worse because he goes off script more than Brissett and he creates more negative plays than Brissett. So just calling that one out ahead of time. But when this team is like in the hunt for the playoffs and then Watson comes back and they go on a little losing streak, I'm going to be sitting here with my fucking popcorn. Who's your second one? Or
your second one was Donovan Peoples-Jones. Third. And again, he hasn't looked great so far, kind of off to a slow start, but Najee Harris over 52.5 rushing yards. I think Tomlin, again, he's going to go out of his way to get Najee Harris the ball because you want to take the ball out of Mitch's hands.
It's correlated.
Yeah. He started opening a day against the Bengals, 10 carries, 23 yards. Week 2 against the Patriots, 15 carries, 49 yards. So I think he's trending in the right direction. He's also was getting more targets and receiving yards. I think he's a little bit healthier too from that injury. Not the Liz Frank, whatever it was, that foot muscle sprain thing that was like the Liz Frank foot, but
the Liz Frank bruise.
Yeah, the Liz Frank bruise. He seems to have been recovering from it. I think this isn't necessarily an efficiency thing or him going off. This is just, I think he might get 20 carries. So 52 yards on 20 carries is pretty easy. So 52.5 over for Najee Harris.
So I also am going to play a version of this with that because I think it correlates nicely to the Mitch completions as well. But give me Kareem Hunt over 43.5 rushing yards, Sean. This is ridiculous. He's gotten 11 and 13 carries. He's going over this number. If he gets 11 or 13 carries, I do think this is going to be let's not let our quarterbacks lose the game. We have awesome running backs, even though Nick Chubb, unlike when he fucked us by sliding in a game, he did not slide against the Jets, ultimately costing the Browns. If he slides when he gets that first down instead of waltzing into the end zone, Jets lose the game. It's over right then. They kneel it out. It's a 30-14 game or 30-17 game. That's unbelievable to think about. But Nick Chubb screwed the pooch. His numbers are much higher than Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt looks every bit the fucking efficiency beast. Who just is he getting stopped for less than 4 yards a carry?
No.
So if he gets 11 times 4 is 44. That's 43.5 over Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I mean, again,
live math on the air. Are you kidding me?
And that's why I would be shocked if the Browns end up trading Kareem Hunt because he's like a big part of their offense, especially with their only main receiver being, Amari Cooper. And again, they do have Donovan Peoples-Jones. They do have Harrison Bryant, who they're involving more. But yeah, I mean, I'm all in on Kareem Hunt. And shout out to John in the YouTube chat, although he's watching on Facebook. He said he put the mortgage payment on Myles Garrett over a half sacks last weekend. Good call, real money. Yeah, that was a great find. That was easy.
Second quarter, we cashed it. So maybe we'll find another one like that on the prop show this week, Sean.
Tune in Friday.
Special guest too.
Special guest.
Stay tuned.
It's so fun bets like that because that thing is live until the very last play. Like I watching the Eagles Vikings game last night, and of course the Eagles won 24-7. Jalen Hurts dominating performance.
Wow.
But Josh Sweat got a sack on the last play of the game. So if you had some sort of sack play like that, regardless of game script, I feel like you're pretty much alive for most of the game.
Yeah.
And that's always fun if you're going to be on the over.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan. Now time. Everyone's favorite. The King Kramer, and his. Well, Your Majesty, I'll go first.
Can I give out a 15-1 first? I know maybe you don't have
15-1.
I just have. I don't know.
You
if
stumbled upon a 15-1.
It doesn't seem like it should be paying this much. So it's Kareem Hunt to rush for 40 yards.
Okay.
It's Najee Harris to rush for 80 or more yards.
Okay.
Two things that I think we agree.
Yeah.
Pretty probable. And the Steelers to be -2.5. So I moved the line a little bit. 15-1.
Let's go. What could go wrong?
All right. Anyway, first touchdown.
No, I like it.
Yeah.
First touchdown. I'll go first. As
of course you will.
Surf Sean and King Kramer. I'll take the Pittsburgh defense.
Do you want to go first, just so you know what I'm going to take? You want to take credit for it now?
No, I'm going first. Mm-hmm. I'm taking the Pittsburgh defense at 35-1.
Obviously.
Again, they had one against. They started the season off that way. I wouldn't be surprised if Jacoby Brissett throws up a ball that this Minkah Fitzpatrick. I mean, no defense should be 35-1 if you have Minkah Fitzpatrick on the other end. I love it at 35-1. I also really love Harrison Bryant, who has been getting some looks, and I think he, as far as the Cleveland side, he's the only guy I like. Love him at 25-1. He's gotten 8 targets so far this season, 5 catches, including last week, 3 for 45. I think he's becoming a bigger part of the game plan, and I think Jacoby Brissett really trusts him. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a red zone target, assuming they get down there, and he has the possibility to break a somewhat longerish one.
Yeah.
And the last but not least, got a little chalky Pat Fryermuth, 12-1.
So you're playing a couple tight ends,
and a defense.
All right. So you were onto something. You were close, because the system spit out an interesting one this week for me. The pricing, the pricing is all wrong for a couple of reasons here. Both defenses, first of all, first time and last time I'll ever give out a first touchdown card with four things priced exactly the same. Steelers and Browns defense, 35-1. This is a double defense Thursday night game, guys.
Yeah,
we're playing both defenses to score the first touchdown. No touchdowns, 40-1. I like playing both the defenses.
The 40-1 is incredibly low.
As of course, important to remember. I take my unit, I chop it up 4 ways, and then the other 2 quarters of units. Guess where they're going, Sean? The quarterbacks. Mitchell Trubisky, Jacoby Brissett, both 35-1. Again, I almost did it just for the effect of having 4 35-1 first touchdowns on a single card, but I'm going. It's a quarterback. It's a junk quarterback defense kind of night.
You know, good call, especially on Brissett, because Brissett, if you recall, wasn't he the QB sneak specialist in Indianapolis? Well, no,
short yardage specialist.
Right? They would bring him in to run the QB sneak, because I remember Decker would always say, "Oh, Philip, he doesn't run the QB sneak." One bonus. You asked me, Ryan, if I had a DGen only play. I didn't in the normal prop market. It actually is my DGen only play for first touchdown. He is 100-1.
#Degens only.
Derek Watt. Let's go, baby.
I literally have an alert here that just says if my tight end model was going to spit something out, it would be Watt for the Steelers. So
let's go.
Yeah, Thursday night. It feels like it's going to be a shit show.
Yeah, I mean, why? Yeah, why would it not be a shit show? Ryan, let's get into
DFS.
A little DFS, baby.
All right. So I'm staring at 3 lineups.
Yeah. This is a very, very interesting week, because there's like a couple games that profile as like chalky, high scoring play or games that I think even if you're going contrarian Millie Maker stuff, you still have to have some exposure, I think, to some of those games. But who do you go with? How much? I think there's a couple sneaky ones in here. There's a lot to digest for this. This is one of the more interesting slates, I feel like, in a long time.
Thank you for giving me the confidence to get there. All right. So I'm just gonna completely, You go first. I still haven't figured out.
Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I
won't do my Jalen Hurts lineup then.
Again, I mean, he's leading the league in yards. He's clearly, again, like I said, he's their goal line back.
Yeah.
The offense looks like it's able to move the ball, and the Commanders have. I mean, they let up a lot of yards and points in Detroit. They let up a decent amount of yards and points at home against the Jags. They struggle against. They just struggle as a defense. So yeah, give me Jalen Hurts, $7,600. The guy is a man on a mission.
All right. So I shuffled through. I won't go Hurts since you went Hurts. I'm not going to do Mariota. People will make fun of me. So I'm just going to roll. I'm rolling fucking Kyler Murray back out here.
Wow.
Because fuck you. Guy just scores points. Clearly, again, it got to him. His week of not really running the ball lasted how long? 1 week. What happened in the second half? He heard the voices in Vegas. People are like, bonus points weekend, bitch. Kyler, what are you doing? I don't think he's going to be very popular once again against this Rams defense. It obviously sets up some other nice things for me. I'm going Kyler Murray, 7,300. Yeah. If you watch the second half of the game, you can see how effortlessly this guy can score fucking fantasy
We need
points.
Kyler highlights synced up, edited together with some Benny Hill music, like the like he just runs around back there. You feel like you're watching a goddamn cartoon.
He only had 5 carries last game. If I asked you how many carries did Kyler have last game, you'd be like, no way. He only was 5 for 28 and a touchdown.
Well, you know what? It doesn't include that 2-point, right?
No.
Yeah, and there were also like I feel like a number of ones where he ran and then it got called back for penalty. I mean that 2-point, he was running around, and I think the stat was probably bullshit, but they said he covered 85 yards of ground on that 2-point conversion, which feels like it's physically impossible. Hurts, of course. I don't know if I said the price, $7,600.
Oh. 73 for Kyler, and this is a Rams team who just play the trumpets. Just had a doozy of an effort slowing down.
They tried to lose that game,
and Mariota had a nice game.
And if Kyler does have a chip on his shoulder, this is certainly a revenge game. I mean, this is the game that I think probably created the homework clause. Them getting destroyed by the Rams and him looking horrible in that playoff game. So again, if he is motivated by revenge, you think he would have a revenge on his mind here? Who knows what he has on his mind? He's Kyler Murray. He's a tough guy to figure out.
Him running around last game to me is like, all right, he tried to not run for a whole game and a half.
Yeah.
And he proved his point. We get it. Now get back to scoring points.
Well,
even if some of them are bullshit.
To his credit, like that throw on the what was it? I forget if it's did he run? Was it the 2-point conversion or the touchdown? Whatever it was, the one where it was back of the end zone. That ball he threw, he threaded that needle.
That was the 2-point, or no, that was the touchdown on 4th down with no time left.
Yeah,
on the clock,
and then I mean, they showed the view behind the camera. Like he's making some crazy ass plays. I still can't wrap my head around him. Like my brain refuses to let me believe that a guy has Kyler's body frame can be a good long-term quarterback.
He's got the shortstop's arm. That's the thing. It's hard to say because most quarterbacks, they're big. That's why they have the big, strong arm, like normal pitchers. But Kyler has like 90-mile-an-hour heat coming off that 5'9" frame, which is, it's just hard. Your mind, it's like I would imagine the first time we see Bigfoot, our mind will make it hard for us to believe what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Sorry, the chat distracted me, pointing out we should probably go after the same Myles Garrett.
Oh, that
prop
is
on Thursday night.
Yeah, against the Steelers offensive line. Yes, sir.
I would imagine those. Yeah, whenever that comes up, we're taking over the quarter again.
Anthony Gutierrez pointing out #rare breed, #untamed. Some Jalen Hurts talk there. James Robinson is $6,100 going up against the Chargers offense. This guy just seems to be more and more involved in the offense. Not a particularly efficient game, but still got there with 15.8 points, 23 carries. Ryan, 23 carries, and had a couple catches and a touchdown. James Robinson all day against this Chargers defense.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's working out nicely. You're taking the guys I didn't throw in this lineup. I love James Robinson as well this week.
I'm fortunate because I've definitely had some whiffs already in best ball, but did not have any Travis Etienne or Cam Akers. So I'm pretty clean of those guys, which people were drafting relatively high.
Do you have 35% Drake London like I do?
No,
that feels
and
you were slow.
You were right, Ryan. Drake London's looking good, and unfortunately, we have Kyle Pitts in our ETH league. He looks like just a hot pile of dog shit right now.
And the truthers are like, "This is the week. Relax, guys. He's running." Look, I get it. He looks nice coming off the bus.
Yeah,
but as the guy who first questioned his gold jacket ability when he was a prospect at Florida. I'm pissed off. We fucking once again we've invested in a piece of shit tight end in our ETH league, Sean.
ETH league though 1-1. We were able to take down. We're going up against Jalen Hurts. Impressive to beat Jalen Hurts. Something Kirk Cousins could never do.
Kirk Cousins looked really bad. All right, running back one. No, you're going first.
I did. I already gave out my James Robinson.
What was his price?
6,100.
Feels like it's still cheap for a guy who's probably going to touch the ball 20+ times.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to stay in that division. The Chiefs are heading to Indy. Indy looks like a dumpster fire. If I was Indy and I was going to look at one thing that didn't work last week, why didn't we get Nyheim Hines the ball more? He still has 10 catches this year, Sean.
Yeah.
6 week 1, 4 week 2. Only 7 points. I've had 4 catches for 37 yards. That's gross. Got to imagine they're going to be trailing in this one. Got to imagine they look like shit. Matt Ryan looks horrible. If the game, any sort of version of the game plan has to involve more Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines playing together. It sounds like Pittman is not 100%. Like I think certainly it sounds like you did as well. Assumed Pittman would be back.
Yeah, I thought it was only going to be a 1 week thing.
Whatever happened to his quad? Let's keep an eye on that because it sounds like it might be another game time decision there. So I'm going to play Nyheim Hines. I kind of need to save money in the running back position this time. So Nyheim Hines 5,000 will be my running back one.
Ryan, it was hilarious because I was hanging out watching football with Decker, and he goes, "Man, Matt Ryan, he's just done. Did anyone see that coming?" I'm like, "Did anyone see that coming? Of course we saw it coming."
Well, you see this Houston Texans ticket?
We've been fading the Colts, and shout out to Jong, who also I remember early on in the process asking the great and all powerful Jong. I go, "Jong, what's your favorite NFL win total play for the season?" He goes, "Colts under." Didn't even have to think about it. It's great.
0-2.
John's a brilliant mind.
Not 0-2, but
1-1. It's 0-2 for the win total because ties don't help you with the win total.
Imagine you're a Colts fan and you're like, "Sweet, Texans, Jags to open the season. Let's go."
0 wins to show for it. There are we played 8 games. Essentially there's 4 teams in the AFC South. They've played a total of 8 games. They have 1 win combined in those 8 games. Yeah. And it was when they played each other.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the even crazier part, right? Like the other one was a tie. So the fact that they have less than 2 wins is impressive.
For me, second running back, I'm going Michael Carter at home against the Bengals. I think they're gonna look to pound the rock against the Bengals. I mean, Joe Flacco this is a really crazy stat. I don't want to get too sidetracked, but most passing yards in the NFL this season, Tua. First place, 739. Second place, Carson Wentz, 650. Joe Flacco, third place, 616.
I mean, and run the damn ball, guys.
I think for the Jets, you realize, like, dude, Michael Carter is good, and he's also being involved. I really like this because he's been involved in the receiving game a bunch. 5 catches on 5 targets, so we know that Flacco likes throwing him the ball. I think that's huge. You add that to his rushing carries, and I think he's a live dog here at 5,200.
And we just saw Tony Pollard having a couple nice plays in the pass game for the Cowboys against the Bengals, coming off a 7 target 4 catch 55-yard game. So Michael Carter, Tony Pollard, kind of the same player there.
Yep,
like the play.
And just real quick on the passing touchdown leaders: Carson Wentz, Tua, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen all tied for first with 7 passing touchdowns.
Need to go back. I feel like at some point I noodled the idea of Tua having the most passing touchdowns, and you lambasted me.
He had 11 coming into the season. He had 18% of his career passing touchdowns in the last game.
He's a young guy, Sean. Give him a break.
No, and maybe it turns out he's amazing. I don't know. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
Imagine Tua is like the best quarterback in the league for the next 5 years.
I don't know if I'll be able to handle it.
It may cause your early retirement.
Oh, sorry. I told myself I was going to remove that sound effect.
And you were telling me last night that you watched a video of someone flipping.
This was great. Someone on Twitter like flipped the video of Tua's highlights and made it look like he was throwing righty instead of lefty. I do think there is something subconsciously when you watch a lefty throw, in particular,
he's doing it
the
wrong.
way he throws it left-handed. It looks awkward, and I think maybe part of my Tua hate was the weird lefty angle. He looked more normal throwing it righty. I'll say that.
Running back too. Harris is out. Damian Harris is out. This was the big question, right? What will Belichick do? Will it be Damian Harris? Will it be Ramondre Stevenson? We kept hearing the Alvin Kamara, Ramondre usage talk. None of it was true. Belichick lied to us once again. But Damian Harris is now hurt, and I don't know what else he can do but roll out Ramondre Stevenson. Now, the only way you don't love him, and he's probably going to be very chalky this week at the price point of 4,800.
Yeah.
But the only way this doesn't work is if Mac Jones come out. And I thought about rolling out a Mac Jones lineup because the Steelers have been,
Steelers.
You can pass. No, that's what I'm saying. The way that Mac Jones just looked against the Steelers secondary, like I wonder if they're going to come in here and try to pass against the Browns because that would be a hell of a zag. But I think we highlighted earlier. This is going to be a gross game. It's going to be a bit of a rock fight. Baltimore coming in here, and that was the team I was trying to get to, not Steelers. Sorry, the secondary. Mac Jones could certainly light them up, but this is almost is there a version of this where people saw what the Dolphins did to the Ravens and they try to play some Patriots wide receivers here, and it drives people off Ramondre? I don't know. I just, again, saving money here. I had $10,000 exactly to spend on my running backs, so slotted in here nicely. 9,800 for Nyheim Hines and Ramondre Stevenson.
And do we know is Damian Harris officially out? He said he was fine.
Yeah. I mean, I guess track the situation
again. Yeah, it's early in the week.
From what I read,
he limped off, so maybe if he does go, he's not going to be 100%.
I would be surprised if he was heavily used. If you're this is classic Steel or classic Patriots. They have all these fucking running backs. Damian Harris is banged up a little bit. This is when you roll out Ramon. And again, I think if you've watched what teams have had some success against the Ravens, what were we saying after week 1 when the Ravens played the Jets? Well, Michael Carter looked pretty good in the pass game there. So
yeah,
it might line up for a nice matchup. But I guess, if Damian Harris is not on the injury report by the end of the week, maybe I'll
reevaluate. All right.
Unlikely.
Ryan, no house advantage, huh? They're changing the game by offering the most dynamic fantasy sports platform available today. They got pick'em contests. People have a shot at winning $250,000 in cash just by picking some games. You're already picking the games. Why not make a little extra on top of it? You can test your skills versus the house. You can win 20x your entry. Again, that's if you go 5-0 with the player props. NFL, NBA, once that comes back, MLB, PGA, MMA, NASCAR. And I see Cody Zeeb in the chat. Shout out to him, host of the NASCAR gambling podcast. Hopefully the guys will give out some of their favorite plays for No House Advantage on an upcoming episode. All you got to do, sign up with our promo code SGPN at nohouseadvantage.com or download the app to get a first deposit match up to $25. That's nohouseadvantage.com, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by promoguide.us. It's the best place to go if you're interested in plus EV betting strategies. They got daily updates and odd boosts and huge cash bonuses from all the major sports books. And they've got a VIP Discord group that puts even deeper plus EV analytics right at your fingertips. I got to say, looking at their daily promo updates, and they are some of the most informative in the game. They don't simply tell you what team is probable to win, but where you're going to get the best odds, how to track them down, and how to cash in big. If you're not already using mathematical models to help you win with your picks, you're missing out on an insanely valuable tool. And the best part is Promo Guy, run by a small team of passionate sports fans dedicated to building a well-informed, better betting community. Go to promoguy.us and check out their 100% track, transparent, and proven method for betting smarter. So make sure you check out promoguy.us. Ryan, we're back. Talking receivers.
Dog.
Jamar Chase, dog, going up against the Jets. Really, I mean, how would you describe his season so far? Kind of a bounce back last game, but 5 catches, 54 yards. Still waiting for him to really pop off.
No, week 1.
What's up?
He had a good week.
Oh yeah, he had a good week 1. I was just trying to get an overall pulse check on the Bengals, and the Bengals are in a desperate situation. So I have a little mini game stack here: Michael Carter and Jamar Chase. And yeah, Chase at 8,100. I think he is the guy. Like Joe Burrow's got to be getting desperate here. And Jamar Chase is the guy you trust. So give me Jamar Chase 8,100.
Yeah, and you saw it last game. I would at least ask the question. Jamar Chase, big game when T Higgins got the concussion. T Higgins comes back, gets a number of targets. So you could be doing one of those zigzag things.
Yeah, and Jamar Chase didn't have a big game last week against Dallas. So I think, if you're Zach Taylor, you're just drawing up a lot of Jamar Chase looks, right?
Jacoby line, man.
Jacoby Brissett had opportunities against that Jets passing defense.
No, I like going after a guy who, again, ownership should be depressed here. Cooper Kupp. I just went all the way to the top of the board. Give me Cooper Kupp. He's the bring back for Kyler. He's averaging 35 points a game. He scored 35 points in both games.
Yeah.
This isn't that exciting. I understand. Sorry if I like taking 13 catches on 15 targets and 11 catches on 14 targets. He literally is 9.8 yards per catch in the game 1, 9.8 yards per catch in game 2. Found the end zone in both. You're seeing his anytime touchdown is starting to get priced like in the astronomical -200 range. He's not 10,000.
Yeah.
Discount. Just got us some EV right
Discount
here.
double check.
9,900 Cooper Kupp as the bring back. I can only hope that Cooper Kupp scores 3 half touchdowns and it's like 28-3 again. And then Kyler can pull some second half garbage magic. Perfect storm.
I'm going the sun god himself, Amon-Ra St. Brown. 17 catches so far this season, 180 yards, 3 touchdowns, even have a couple of rushing attempts. And this Detroit Minnesota game, it's right up there, one of the highest totals on the board. He's only $7,200 against this Minnesota defense, which I know they shut down the the Packers week 1 at home. And yeah, they are a little tougher at home, but this Lions offense might be for real. I know everyone wanted to give the Eagles shit for only beating them by 3 points at home week 1, but they've been able to move the ball. I think I underestimated how good the Lions offensive line was. And even Jared Goff sucks island with these weapons and the offensive line and DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams, like you don't really have to be that good. And Amon-Ra St. Brown is really taking advantage. So I'm all over him. $7,200.
Listen to this. Some are saying he's the black Cooper Kupp.
Wow.
Yeah. Honestly, the comps going into the end of last year was like, wow, he looked a lot like a Cooper Kupp type role. Yeah. High share, target share.
You didn't know like, oh, it was just kind of garbage time stuff. Detroit was getting blown out in a lot of games, but
since week 12 of last year, 12 targets, 10 catches, 12 targets, 8 catches, 11 targets, 8 catches, 11 targets, 9 catches, 11 targets, 8 catches, 10 targets, 8 catches. This year, 12 targets, 8 catches, 12 targets, 9 catches.
You have to go back pretty far to find a game where Amon-Ra didn't get double-digit targets.
In that stretch I just told you, he failed to score only once. He failed to score a touchdown only once. Sean, the amount of Amon-Ra St. Brown I have in best ball, I'm definitely north of 15%. It's not Drake London, but and the value I mean, he's now what, a second round receiver next year?
No, I mean, he was
first round receiver.
I would have to go through my share sheet, Ryan, but I don't think I have enough of them. So definitely a miss on me coming into the season on Amon-Ra. Well, it's just a badass name.
It's just hard to.
You're named after the sun.
That is,
of course, you're gonna roast fools.
It's pretty badass. And once again, let's remind everyone: Drake London, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Michael Pittman were on the same team at USC, and they fucking sucked. JT Daniels, shout out to that fucker. He's now at West Virginia. All right, wide receiver 2.
Yep.
Stack. Part of the reason Kyler, maybe he will be chalky for this reason. The stack is so easy. All the targets are going in a couple places. Things have normalized. The Dortch man is phasing out a little bit from
Zach
being the
Ertz
primary target
to just being a target hog.
And it's Hollywood Brown, 6,000. His price is still not right for the amount of targets he saw. He fucking had a very characteristic Hollywood Brown drop, even that would have gotten him some more points. So Kyler to Hollywood, 6,000. I will say, I for a minute thought about going Kyler Eno if I am playing the negative game script, because I think that could be a fun one with Jimmy Connor maybe banged up. Sounds like he's maybe healthy, but not gonna it's not that serious, but he's almost certainly gonna miss this weekend. But let's go with Hollywood Brown. Got all the targets that didn't go to Zach Ertz last week. So 11 targets sounds about right. Didn't score. Touchdown loading, 6,000. Hollywood Brown.
Research Flat Earth says Devontae Adams short week against the Titans defense. I don't mind that one at all. I couldn't fit him in price wise into my build, but you would expect coming off that like short 2-catch game. We saw it with Devonta Smith too. Like guys that are dogs that have bad games, the coaches go out of their way to feed these guys.
Devontae Adams, Treylon Burks is a very fun game stack.
Well, and that gets me to I'm doing the poor man's version of it.
Okay.
I am starting with Treylon Burks, 6 targets, 4 catches, 47 yards. It felt like the game got away from Tennessee there. Obviously they got their ass kicked, but
the guys that were talking,
he is one of the rare bright spots on this Titans offense. And I think if you want to be in this game against Las Vegas, Treylon Burks has got to be a big part of it. So yeah, I'm all in on Treylon Burks. 4,900, I think, is a really good price point for this Titans team.
He's running. I mean, he's just involved, and he's gonna see he should see a ton of targets. The scariest part is that it's just Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah,
has not looked good.
It's a low target share, or they're just like they're not. Whatever that nerd shit is, pass rate over expectation. Like they're just not a team that's going to pass a bunch. Even in this blowout, there wasn't like a lot of garbage points to be found for this Titans team. Part of it was also Malik Willis getting in there, which again is, Malik Willis seeing the field.
What were your
rookie of the year?
First take on Malik Willis?
I looked a little rough, but he's squirrely back there in a good way. Like and again, I'm not one to compare people to Michael Vick, but he at least has the athleticism that jumps off the screen where you're like, okay, that dude's way faster than these other guys. I didn't see that ever with like Trey Lance, for instance. Like some of these other guys.
Have you heard what the truthers are saying?
What?
That Kyle Shanahan was running Trey Lance up the middle to get him hurt.
That is the craziest shit I've ever heard.
He knew he wasn't the guy.
I mean, if he pulled that off, then God bless him.
I hate that Shanahan's off the hook here.
So yeah, Treylon Burks, 4,900.
Good price.
I mean, you're getting a number 1 receiver against this Raiders defense at home for $4,900. To me, that's a situation I want to buy into.
All right, wide receiver 2, and until further notice, I will be game stacking the Washington Commanders. Give me the guy who led the team in routes run, in snaps, not targets. So hopefully some regression, but red zone targets. Absolutely. Seems like he's Carson Wentz's little blanket around the red zone. Jahad Dotson, only 4,600 still. Again, I know he's not seeing the volume of targets that some of these other guys are, but he's on the field more than any of them. He's on the field. He's running more routes. It's going to regress towards him.
And he gets some deep shot stuff.
I hate relying on touchdowns, but he's also clearly a number 1 option in the red zone. Worry a little bit we might see that shift to Logan Thomas with how the Eagles have been playing the tight end. But I'm going Dotson again. I wanted to get this Carson Commando Carson game stack because it seems like we're just going to be watching the Commanders score a lot of points and give up a lot of points.
In garbage time, I could see Jahan Dotson having like a ton of yards after the catch. Cause if the Eagles cornerbacks play like they played last night, the Commanders aren't going to do shit. But let's say Eagles, they either get up big or Darius Slay's foot issue ends up becoming a bigger issue. There's definitely scenarios where Dotson, get some yardage, get some catches, and he's a good run after the catch guy too.
Yeah, this is going to have some fireworks in it for sure. 4,600 Dotson.
$4,600. Hey Ryan, have you downloaded the Elias Game Plan app? You should. Tons of great information, tons of great nuggets. Helps you win in fantasy and helps you win in gambling. This is a great nugget from Elias and their Game Plan app. Following its heartbreaking loss in week 2, Cleveland is now 0-6 against the spread over its last 6 home games, averaging 18.7 points per game and allowing 18.3 during that stretch. So not a great sign for Thursday Night Football, but of course a great sign for how effective Elias is at putting together great stats, great nuggets like that. I do, I am a gut handicapper, but I do my research, pull a lot of gems here from the Elias Game Plan app. And Elias, of course, the Sports Bureau, the official statisticians of tons of US Pro Leagues, including the NFL. And now they have a nice 15% off your annual subscription. Again, subscribe for it for the year. Flip it open when you're bored, looking at your phone, get some actual information that you can use. Download the Elias Game Plan app, use a promo code SGPN15, get 15% off your annual subscription. That is the Elias Game Plan app, promo code SGPN15. We're also brought to you by Run Your Pool. Run Your Pool is a brand new subscription service Run Your Pool VIP obviously is from Run Your Pool. They have tons of sweet contests. You can hop in, even a season-long contest with a guaranteed $100,000 payout. You can access exclusive data to help you with your weekly picks, premium content, in-depth guides for how to dominate your pools, and exclusive swag. The top line is here. If you're a serious sports fan, all you got to do is go to runyourpool.com/VIP and you get 50% off your first month. SGPN VIP. That's runyourpool.com/VIP. Promo code SGPN VIP. LFG Ryan closing it out strong. I am so proud to announce I have cracked the code. This guy, to me, DFS steal. Matt Collins of the Las Vegas Raiders. He is legit becoming a part of their offense. 8 targets, 5 catches, 66 yards. The guy was all over the place. And you know who's in the doghouse? Hunter Renfrow. Like, I mean, double fumble, tried to give the game away. Matt Collins with his awesome hair and riding his bike. I don't know if he still does it in Vegas. Probably too hot for that, but $3,300 against this Titans defense. I think this is an awesome play. And obviously there's going to be a lot of people playing Devontae Adams for good reason, but I think Matt Collins could be a sneaky play here. And you expect to be some opportunities against this Titans defense.
Yeah, I mean, this is how you win $1 million, right?
Yeah, he's my Millie Maker winner. Like, he's your Tariq Cohen, your Rams defense, whatever it is, your random play that gets you to the $1 million. You need someone in the you need at least one, maybe even 2 with super low ownership that have. I mean, you look around at that price point, like who else has a chance to get double-digit targets? There's not. It's a small list.
Waller and Adams, right?
No. I'm saying in like the 3 to 4K price range, who has a chance to get 10 targets? I think Matt Collins has, certainly not favored to get it, but it's in a decent realm of possibilities there.
It's in the possible outcome sample size. All right.
I mean, compare him to like Terrace Marshall Jr.
No.
Maybe you like Paris Campbell he only had 2 targets. Sky Moore.
It's all trash down here.
Yeah. I mean, these are guys who are putting up straight zeros. Skournick, who we've gone through this enough with Skournick. He did have 2 catches though. So again, he's right up there with Kyle Pitts as far as his efficiency.
And not a lot of diamonds.
Dwayne Eskridge.
No.
I mean, who do we like? You got to have one bottom barrel guy.
Romeo Doubs is maybe if you're up to 3,800, he's interesting. Maybe dueling at 3,900 against the Chiefs.
Doubs, yeah, certainly. But I mean, you look at. I think it was Romeo Doubs that was running behind the center and got hit with the snap and just the. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is this close to throwing a drink on someone. Like, doesn't the look he gives? My wife, I've seen that look before, and it's on like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that my wife would have on right before they're about to throw a glass of red wine.
Someone's getting a stain. They won't be able to get out.
I mean, he just has that look, like the dramatic eye roll. You realize you're on television, right, dude? Rodgers cracks me up, man.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yes.
Right. It's very Truman Show meta. We're just seeing way behind the curtain. All right. Tight end. Zach Ertz, 4,600. Again, all the targets, Hollywood, Zach Ertz, that's like 60+% of the targets, at least in the last game. So, I think if that's the way we're going to roll it, it kind of made the build easy. And Trey McBride, nowhere to be seen. Rondell Moore seems like he's going to be out for a bit more. Hopkins still suspended, so I don't know where else the targets might go. Zach Ertz, 4,600.
Ryan,
yes,
this defense won me or helped win me $200,000 when they played the Washington then Redskins, and now I'm running it back. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles defense, and this actually was the same situation.
Did you already give out your flex?
Yeah, it was Mac Hollins.
Okay. Who was your tight end?
Oh wait, you know what? I skipped tight end. My apologies.
See,
my tight end.
Son of a bitch, you love tight ends.
Dallas Goedert.
And it's an Eagle. How'd you fuck this up?
He's the stack. Dallas Goedert has 8 catches so far this season, 142 yards. Big part of the offense, and again hasn't gotten a touchdown. I think he's due. I think AJ Brown also due. I mean, Hurts is the one stealing all the touchdowns. I was going to get back to my, my 5-year anniversary of winning 200K. I had Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz, and Eagles defense. I'm bringing it back with Hurts, Goddard, and Eagles defense, and it did happen in Washington, Ryan. If you're keeping track at home, I mean, Goddard, unlike Ertz, his yards after the catch is legit. And I thought he was really dynamic in both games.
Volume hasn't been there, right? What do you have, 5 catches, six targets? Yeah,
5 catches, 6 targets, 82 yards.
It just feels like it's. I mean, if I'm arguing against it, because I do have a Hurts build, and I almost want to play it like Hurts is the bring back, and I want to put like Dotson and McKissick and like Logan Thomas, and then just have Hurts be my bring back.
I'm telling you, Goddard's going to get some touchdowns this weekend. That's really the he's due mojo wise.
I certainly like the stack with Hurts. Good luck.
Thank you.
I have an Eagle in my flex spot.
Who do you got?
Devonta Smith.
Yeah,
5,200. Again, the Dotson game stack or the Commando Carson game stack that I'm just gonna roll with every week. Yeah, I mean Smith looked all right. I know Brown has gotten the bulk of the targets, but you can see it when you watch the game, especially on the replay. Smith was open. Like Hurts just didn't look at him a couple times when he was pretty fucking open. And I wonder if that's like to your point. I wonder if there may be a little bit of an emphasis here, because here's the hot take, Sean. I think the Redskins are going to score some points and force the Eagles to play in a little bit of a track meet here.
Well, I mean, and I'm playing Eagles defense. I think the Eagles are going to create some turnovers, Ryan. I mean, watching Commander Carson, it's the same thing we saw in Philadelphia, where although he's connecting and creating some deep plays, but even that game against the Lions and against the Jags, he holds on to the ball way too long. And you saw Jonathan Gannon, he was willing to bring pressure, and then you bring pressure and you have James Bradbury and Darius Slay behind him. It's going to create some turnovers. I mean, Darius Slay is right there in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year. We talked about it on the Die Hard Eagles podcast, him at 100-1. He has a defensive touchdown and 3 interceptions so far. So
nice.
Off to a good start. I'd be shocked if he pulls it off, but again, this Eagles defense, they're going to bring pressure. I think there's a couple guys on the defense that have have a personal axe to grind with one Carson Wentz, and they're going to make him pay.
There is an angle here where Carson Wentz also has an axe to grind with the Philadelphia Eagles. Although I will say I'm standing, but I don't think he shows up for the game they play in Philly. He will be at this one, and I do think there'll be some points. That's all I'm saying. I think to your point, it might be the Eagles defense scores some points.
Yeah.
But I think there's going to be enough offensive pressure from the Redskins to cause the Eagles to have to.
Although I would say, like, both teams, both Eagles and Commanders look differently than this year. But like last year, you look at those games, they were ugly, grinded out games. Jalen Hurts rushing touchdowns, like Boston Scott 1 yard dive plays, 7.
Sean, the Commanders weren't a team last year. Please, I don't know what you're.
Who
talking
are the
about.
Commanders?
All right, defense.
Yeah, and Eagles are 2,900.
No, 2,900. To me, I think the Jets might actually. The Jets are a fun punt play at 2,400, but I'm going Panthers, 2,600. All right, so we already loved the Saints fading the Saints when they go to the long grass of Carolina. Now you have Matt Rule back against the wall with a defense. Like what's been hidden in the grass here is that they're fucking up this really, really good defense, a defense that gets a shitload of pressure. And what has Jameis looked like? I would say their offense hasn't looked great.
No, they've looked really bad. And then, again, shout out to my mole inside the Saints organization. We had that news early midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday. It broke late on Sunday that he's playing with fractured back. Yeah. So again, maybe it needs to get a tune up with the LASIK. Maybe the back's really bothering him. Whatever it is, it hasn't looked great for Jameis.
I'm almost certain this will be a close defensive struggle here. And with Brian Burns coming off the edge, I would imagine Jameis is going to turn the ball over. So 2,600 for the Panthers defense. That's that.
Let's go.
Gave
and
out a
home
milli.
dogs.
Gave out a milli.
We both gave out a milli, right?
Slide into my DMs if you want to hear about a Mariota double stack. We'll get you aroused.
That one's not safe for the air.
Yeah, actually check out my OnlyFans page for my Mariota double stack. That's actually, that's a great bit.
Yes. All right.
An OnlyFans page for gross double stacks and GPP plays.
That is a disgusting act.
Listen, we have a type.
Yes, we do, Ryan. And that is D-Gents. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning into the show. Make sure you toss us a nice rating and review over on Apple Podcasts. Screenshot it, submit it into the app. Just hit the contest tab, and you're good to go. $50 winner gift certificate every Monday, aka Merch Monday. We will be back tomorrow for the NFL picks episode.
Sean, remind people I am 4-0 in my locks this year.
Ryan's 4-0 with his locks.
Thank you.
I'm 2-0 with my money line dogs. Let's go, baby.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green. He is Ryan.
As Research Flat Earth reminds us in the chat, just because something is round doesn't mean it's a sphere.
Kramer, let it ride.